Hey there, my name is Vaughn, and this is the Vaughncast Show. This is a podcast that focuses on mental health, breaking societal stigmas, harm reduction, addiction, and recovery. If you like what you hear, subscribe and leave a review on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Also, follow the podcast Instagram at the Vaughncast Show, where I post video content from the show. All right, let's get into today's episode. Hey there, my name is Vaughn, and this is the Vaughncast Show. This is a podcast that focuses on mental health, breaking societal stigmas, harm reduction, addiction, and recovery. If you like what you hear, subscribe and leave a review on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Also, follow the podcast Instagram at the Vaughncast Show, where I post video content from the show. All right, let's get into today's episode. All right, welcome to the Vaughncast Show. Happy Friday, everybody. Today, my guest, the homie, the pare. Man, this guy helped me out so much with the music. He's a rapper, producer, does a bunch of other things. He's a great father. We got Rymeezee in the building, man. What's up?
Peace, brother. How you doing, man?
I'm chilling. Thank God. TGIF, bro. Thank God I'm Filipino, dog.
Know it.
Yeah, I'm doing good today, man. It's a little warm outside today, so I'm staying inside, keeping it cool. So today we're here to talk about your new single with B-Boy Finesse called About Fatherhood. Okay. Yeah, talking about fatherhood. So I want to say happy belated Father's Day, bro.
Oh, thank you, man. Father Day every day, bro. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Not like in terms of like the holiday and the gifts, but just like the duty. You know what I mean?
Right. What did you end up doing?
What did we do for Father's Day, man? You know what? I spent time with my family, bro. I went to go see my dad, and I went to go help them over there. Like I went to go. Like my parents are in this process of moving, so I'm trying to help them get their things together. So, but the kids, happy birthday, happy Father's Day, and the wife did too.
Nice. All right, man. So you have a new single out, The Garden. Talk to us about the inspiration behind it. What got you to write that song?
So, me and the homie B-Boy Finesse, we had this song for a minute, like going on. And we both have families and kids, so I had like a hook and a verse, sent it to him, and he did his part, and we just kept it in that topic and that concept of like, your kids is like your garden. You know what I mean? You gotta water your seeds. So
Okay.
stuff.
Now I see the parallels, the comparisons to it. All right, that makes a lot of sense, man. So you, who did the cover art? Is that your garden actually? Because you have a video on Instagram, you gardening. Is that your garden?
Well, that is my garden, yeah, but the actual picture is not the garden. I wish it was like that, but yeah, and that actual garden, like my wife did a lot of like the work there. Yeah. So we trying to do a little bit of that. The thing with B-Boy Finesse is that we grew up around the same time, we're the same age, knew mutual people, like different cliques, but this is one thing that probably people don't know is that his daughter and my son are together as a couple.
Okay.
So deep, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's real fat is type stuff,
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So I'll dig the song. I dig the bars. One thing that stuck out to me and what you wrote is that when I give advice, it's not to scold you kids, because when it hits the fan, I'm like, I told you kids. Break that down for us.
Bro, it's just the same shit that like your parents tell you. It's just like when it comes from your parents, it's nagging, right? But when you get it from someone else, you take the advice. So it's like, I'm like, damn, I told you, but I wasn't going to work, but you went and did it anyway.
Yeah.
Sometimes you flat kids and be like, blah, I told you, man, you just should have listened, but it takes one to learn. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I can relate to that a lot, bro. My family, it's like I kind of see it as nagging, but I'm trying to see it as they're looking out for me, you
Hmm.
know. But when non-family members tell me these things, like, all right, I got it. But for some reason, in my head, there's just like this not clash, but it's like I'm a grown person. Don't tell me what to do, kind of thing. Maybe that's just the independence thing, but I gotta be mindful. Like, end of the day, they're trying to look out for me. It's just I'm a hard headed motherfucker, bro.
But
Straight.
it's a takes one to learn, you know what I mean? And God bless the child to hold his own. I'm still trying to learn. I'm hard headed, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's just it's tough, but I'm not a father myself, so I like to ask these questions because I want to see it from a father's point of view.
Yeah.
With that said, some things about fatherhood, man. What are some challenges about being a father that really no one mentions from your experience?
I mean, it is like sometimes you feel like it's never enough. Like all the time you spend ain't enough and you ain't out making the money. But when you're out making the money, it's not enough. You know what I'm saying? Like and not to make it like a gender thing, but it's like, for example, Mother's Day, big holiday, you know what I mean? Father's Day, Father's Day is like, oh, here's a sale on Home Depot, or here you can go fix this, like, oh, go get some hardware tools or something. But at the end of the day, you don't get trophies for the shit you're supposed to do. So it's like I'm learning not to weaponize like my parental duties on my kids. Like I did this for you, so you owe me this. Like it should never be that's fucked up parenting. That's that toxic shit.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is interesting because I noticed that with Mother's Day it's a big thing. Father's Day it's more mellow, but I feel like it's still there. But I get what you're saying. It's funny. One of my managers, he's a father. Um, at work, I work at a place that sells Father's Day cards, and he's made a joke like, "Oh, like no one even asked for Father's Day cards. It's almost like a week out. No one gives a shit." He was joking like that, but I get where he's coming from. I get where you're coming from.
Yeah,
Um,
but it's okay because like peace to the moms, bro. Like they do a lot, bro. They bear the kid, take care of the household, do a lot of, and that's not the discredit what they do. You know
right,
what I mean?
100%. Yeah, but it's just interesting with that comparison. So you're saying like there's some difficult things, but being a father, what are some of your favorite things about being a father?
I mean, honestly, bro, like it just you wake up having a purpose, like you get up, you have a reason to go. Like not just like, oh, I'm just gonna be here and not do nothing. Like these people depend on you to make this household run. You know what I mean? Like I mean I think my job and work pays bills, right? I think that I do what I can, you know what I'm saying? But I think it's just my favorite thing is having, you know, someone younger than me like telling me, oh, calling you dad. It's kind of dope. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right. Okay, so this one I like this question a lot, man. What do you give your kids that's not materialistic that you feel like you never had when you grew up?
I think what I've done lately is like a lot of like spending time. Like we're not a rich family. We are not wealthy at all. We don't come from money, but we try to have experiences. Like we just all went to Vegas together. Like Vegas is associated with like an adult life. I went out there with my kids and the family. We didn't even gamble. We just ate and walked around and seen things. Like spending time together. I think that and being able to be creative and letting my kids have a say in what they want to do and experience too.
Right.
You know,
Yeah, man. Okay, so where did you go in Vegas?
maybe did hella stuff like Rainforest Cafe. We did like Nobu. I mean, we ate, bruh. We went to go see the new Resorts World. Took the kids to the Circus. We uh we stayed at the Virgin Hotel Resort and it was dope. We just sat at the pool for like 6 hours yesterday.
Weather
Swam.
must have been hot, yeah?
it was hot as like fresh fried lumpia, dude. It was free like 110.
Wow. Yeah,
Like it
when
was
I yeah, man, it's hot, bro. Like I like to stay inside when I'm in Vegas.
hell
I like
yeah.
I like to go there for food. I mean, back then I'd party and stuff. It's a little different now. I went one last couple times. It was just see family. You know, it's a
Hmm.
little different, but food there's good buffets and everything. But I like that spending time with family. That's really important. Especially I'm sure as a parent, you know, it's different. You know, I don't again, I'm trying to see it from a father's point of view. Like I don't know if I'll be a father. I'm not trying to be, but you know, it seems it's very hard work and dedication. And I like talking about this just so maybe I can see things from my dad's point of view or my parents' point of view, you know, because I feel like I just see things one way. I'm an only child. I don't see things as a brother or, you know, or anything like that. So, yeah, man. Okay. So when you became a father, what were some things you noticed about yourself change? Like when you
Uh,
found out?
I mean, I had to like stop like being selfish first and foremost. Like that, it took a long time. Like I was still chasing like the music, like this idea of being like well known and well received and quote unquote like just big up until like my third son, you know. So that slowly changed, like accepting things as they are, like they gotta come first. You know what I'm saying? That was the hardest thing to like damn, bro, it's bigger than me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just being like what is this? More like proactive and protective. You know what I mean? And that and with your first kind of like you make all the mistakes, like you learn. Your second child, you kind of get it, and by your third child, you kind of have a hang of it. So yeah, it was a lot of changes.
Yeah, man, that's something too. I'm a pretty selfish guy, and I just know that you know if if it does happen, I'd have to give up a lot of things. You know, I'm sure I could be able to, but I just know I'm not ready as well. You know,
Yeah,
it's a
you
big
probably can never be truly ready. Like it doesn't matter like all the money, all the time, or selfish or not. But yeah, that's a good. It's good that you're aware. You know what I mean?
yeah, because I feel like well, my parents had me when they were young. You know, they did the best they could, and I got to see firsthand. You know what it's like. You know, having younger parents, the struggles they went through, and everything is just it's really difficult. And I give them props for just being able to do what they do. But yeah, man, I feel like once you, I heard that being a parent, you're like you gotta be selfless because you gotta put your kids first, and that's
Abs-
difficult too. Back to what you were saying with the whole like music and everything. I'm slowly letting go of that, man. I'm even though I don't have kids because I feel like for the longest time that's what I wanted to do and everything. You
mm-hmm.
know, I felt like this was my goal. It still is to a degree, but it's like you know I don't have to get like that super big or anything. It's just I like to make music, podcast, and everything.
Yeah,
It's cool, you know. I have people who listen to it. I don't need to like go out of my way to do extra stuff, you know, at the expense of my mental health. You know, I think since I got clean, I realized like, man, I think part of what's driven my addiction to a degree is just like I felt like I wasn't enough. I couldn't do. I wasn't doing all this, so I had to cope with drugs and alcohol. Where now it's like, no, I am enough, but I don't feel like I need to really push myself to that direction. I feel like that's like my ego really talking, you know?
yeah,
It's a slippery slope from there. So I just have to be content and just do what I can, do my best, you know?
absolutely. As you should, man. But everyone should have a creative output, like no matter what that looks like. You know, just for your like mental health and something for the soul. You know what I mean? Like you just can't make it like your thing unless it is your thing and you're already at that level. Like, because until like the creative work replaces like my employment income, it's still just lightweight recreational. You know what I'm saying? To a level, and even though I've done so much, I think in my time, like making music.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, yeah, man. I mean, you've definitely done a lot. It shows. I've seen like the catalog and everything, and same with me. Like, I got to put work first. I think that's just that's me as an adult saying that because music has yet to pay the bills or anything. And like I gotta put that first. As much as like my ego says, no, you gotta do music and podcasting. I gotta prioritize that, but it doesn't pay the bills.
For sure. And it's nothing against people that actually do that. Like, and if you do, that's dope, man. Like that, those are goals. You know what I'm saying? That's hopefully, more power to the people that attain that level, because that's some kind of discipline and selfishness to a certain degree, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Also for those listening, bro, who are soon to be fathers, new fathers, what would you tell them?
It's cherish the moments, bro. These kids grow up fast, and and try your best to, be with your partner and work it out, and don't like split for stupid little reasons, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you have kids, it's sacred, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like you just have a kid with somebody, oh, I don't like you because you're like this. Make it work to the best you can. And don't weaponize your kids on each other, and like love your kids so that they love you in return, and materialistic stuff is not going to make people happy all the time. You know what I mean? And be patient, because some people aren't like, well versed in caring for other people, like, but, and acknowledge each other, and be proud of yourself. Like, it's a hard job. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I can imagine it's difficult, bro. Like just because you have multiple kids and it's difficult. It's not just taking care of one, it's taking care of all of them and everything, you know? Uh, yeah, man, that's tough, bro. But I commend you, man. Like it seems like, you do your best and that's,
Thank
that's
you.
what's important. You know, shit, man, like I can't even imagine being a father. That's just, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it's cool,
yeah.
if you feel like you don't do, that's all right. You know what I mean? You could be the dopest uncle, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah,
You know?
man. Yeah, bro. So, all right, man. I think that's pretty much about it, bro. So it's a dope song. I really like it. I'm glad we had this conversation about fatherhood, and just so I can see, more what it's like from your experience. Because I don't have that experience, but oh, it's a dope song, dude. Like I really like how you talked about how, the years when your kids are born and how you're trying to save the world, and then like in the pandemic, you got a baby girl. That was a really
Yeah,
cool line.
yeah, that was a line, like, because we were still working frontline as your youth workers, like trying to go see kids, make sure kids had their shit going right for them, and just doing like the cool, like work we do with young people, and at the same time, like, my wife was pregnant, but yeah, those are real situations, you know what I mean? Yeah,
Yeah, man. Um, like, how do you? I might have asked before, but like, it seems like a very difficult balance. How do you balance to the best of your ability with being a parent, partner, work? How does that? How does that
it's
work?
hard, bro. It's difficult. Like, sometimes I barely have my shit together, but I'm holding on to dear life, like extended eyelashes, you know what I'm saying? Just holding on, like trying to stay there. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Just just trying to like be grateful for the things that is good, you know what I mean? But yeah, dude. It's it's the struggle, the beautiful struggle.
beautiful struggle. Well, all
Yeah.
right, man. I think that's about it, bro. Thank you again for your time. So, uh, the new single is out, "The
Yes,
Garden,"
sir.
featuring B-Boy Finesse.
Yes,
It's
sir.
all on streaming platforms. Where can we find you on social media, man?
I'm at Rymeezee I'm on all social platforms, usually not all of them, but mostly Instagram, Facebook. Got link trees, link in bio. I'm on all platforms, digital, you know, the same platforms, iTunes, Spotify, those things.
Cool. All right, man. Well, thank you so much, man. You have a good day. I'm gonna stop this
Take
real
it,
quick.
bro.
Yeah, 1 second. Stop this.